everyone, welcome to another episode of Gone Rogue. And in this episode of Gone Rogue, we are going to talk about the problem with time. That is right. In this episode of Gone Rogue, I'm going to talk about the problem with time. So this is one of my life advice that I want to share on this episode of Gone Rogue. And in this episode of Gone Rogue, we're going to talk about the problem with time. So the problem about time is that we always think that we always have time to do things such as a project or a task that needs to be completed, but we just put off to when it is necessary to do it. In other words, we like to procrastinate on the time that we have that is left. And another problem about time is that we think that we can always go back and do it, but actually we can't when that time is up. And the third problem about time is that we always think that there's another time to do this, when you never know, the next day or the next year or somewhere in the future, that time can be taken away from us. So those are the main problems about time, thinking that we have time to do this or that. So this comes after the news, and this is the reason why I'm doing this video. As we pass Fry's Electronics, and on your right side, you can see Fry's Electronics. And what's sad about this is that Fry's Electronics has closed its doors forever without any warning, without any notice to the customers of Fry's Electronics. And you can see that Fry's Electronics just closed its doors without warning. And the problem about that is thinking that Fry's will be forever open, when in reality it's been going downhill before the pandemic. And the reason why I'm making this episode about the problem with time, and on this freeway where we just passed Fry's Electronics, is that I thought that I had time to go inside Fry's Electronics and record an Alex's Adventures episode about Fry's Electronics. Basically, it's my back when I was a child, I would always go to Fry's Electronics, and it was always busy. But now it's dead. It's dead, and now it's closed forever. It's been dead for a couple of years, but now this pandemic just was the final nail in the coffin. And I thought one day when I started Alex's Adventures, I wanted to do an episode of Fry's Electronics, tour the store of Fry's Electronics, and do a commentary video about Fry's Electronics, about my childhood store. And now that is gone. And I thought that when I heard that Fry's Electronics was announced that it was closing its doors, I actually thought there would be a time when they would announce that there going to be a liquidation sale, then the official closure of the store. But this was different. When Fry's Electronics announced that it was closing its doors, it was closing for it immediately. It closed the next day. So I was like shocked. I thought it would be like a Sears closing or a Kmart's closing, where there's some time between their announcement and the official closure date, and I didn't do, and I did a couple of videos on their liquidation sale where I just take a store of the tour and give my commentary and thoughts about the store, and I didn't get a chance to do it with Fry's Electronics, and that's unfortunately, and I want to bring that up because I actually thought I had time to go inside a store of Fry's Electronics and do a episode of Alex's Adventures to give my commentary and thoughts during its liquidation period. But Fry's Electronics closed the next day without any warning, and that is what brought us here today on this episode of Gone Rogue, where we think that we always have time when we should be taking time more seriously. We should be taking time more seriously, and we need to get on it. And my plan to do an episode of Alex's Adventures on Fry's Electronics wasn't just now or this year. It happened. This plan of me going into a Fry's Electronics was the plan of me going. The thought of a plan of me going to Fry's Electronics was a couple of years ago, but I didn't get a chance to do it until I found out I will never get a chance to do it after the announcement of them closing its doors. So that's unfortunately for me. I just want to share my thoughts, and this is my chance to share my thoughts on this episode of Gone Rogue. So the final message that I want you to leave once this video ends is do it. If you have the time, just do it right now. Just do it right now, whether it's a project that you want to do or something like myself when you do go somewhere and you know it's going to be taken away without any warning. Just do it. Just complete the task, because you never know that this would be the last time that you would ever go. And yeah, so those are my thoughts. The problem at the time is that we always think that we have time, but you never know the next day that it could be your final time, or you won't get to that time. So if there's one thing that I could go back, and that one thing is that I could go back is to go back and do it right away when the thought about doing an episode comes into my head. Do it right away, because you never know that could be taken away from you. In talking about time, Kobe, this just came into my thought. Kobe once said that if he had the power to go back time, he would never take advantage of that, because every day, if he had the ability to go back time, he would never use it, because it would the moment that he would be in would lose its flavor if he had the power to go back time. So Kobe tried to tell us that to take advantage, take the moment, and appreciate the moment that we have the time on here right now. So yeah, so that's all about it for this episode of Gone Rogue. I shared my thoughts about time. If you like this video, please give this video a huge thumbs up. Comment in the comment section below on what you think about this episode. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be sure to check out my other YouTube content that is on this channel. And thank you for watching Gone Rogue. And I will see you on the next one.